I first want to not congratulate, as been highlighted by the members, but genuinely thank from the bottom of my heart the Honourable Member for Paisley and Renfrewshire South on her leadership on this deeply distressing issue. Her introductory speech was emotional, powerful and passionate, and there wasn't many dry eyes in the chamber when she was speaking. I was on the Ukraine trip with her and other colleagues for the 3-year anniversary, and to see for myself what has happened and what is happening in Ukraine was very moving. But the thing that stuck out for her and I was the appalling actions of the Russian government to remove a generation of children from Ukraine, and this is what the debate is about today. Each story is moving and appalling, of one child being removed from their Ukrainian family where they belong to be taken to Russia. But I want to understand, I want to use an example for the scale of what is happening. In my constituency of Woking, there's around 20,000 children. Imagine if every child in my constituency of Woking, or most of your constituencies, were taken overnight, vanished, they just went. That is the scale of what we are dealing with. That is a theft of a generation, and it defines us to stand up to that. According to research by the Queen Mary University of London, clinically significant psychological trauma is estimated to be present among 35% of adolescents in Ukraine. 35% of the whole population. Research amongst the same report shows high levels of PTSD among displaced children, with trauma linked not only to conflict exposure, but also to family separation, to loss, to property damage, economic hardship, and their disrupted education. These findings emphasise the psychological toll that the war is taking, and it extends beyond the battlefield, and it will be particularly profound for those children abducted by the Russian state. The risk of PTSD for them will rise significantly. I remember back in March earlier this year, I tabled a written question asking the Foreign Secretary what steps the UK government is taking to provide funding to track and return these kidnapped children, particularly following the appalling decision of President Donald Trump to withdraw funding from the Yale Humanitarian Research Lab. In response, the British government said that the UK had supported Save Ukraine and Bring Kids Back Ukraine through the Partnership Fund for a Resilient Ukraine. They noted the return of children through the Qatahi mediation in September last year and expressed gratitude to that country for doing so. But let's be honest, the government support, our government support, was lacking in detail, lacking in scale, and particularly lacking in urgency. It made no mention of the United States or a broader international agreement and broader international pressure to bring these children home. It's clear that the current UK efforts just haven't been enough. They haven't met the significant challenge. Frankly, we need to support the work of Bring Back Kids Initiative and Yale Humanitarian Research, but we need to go beyond that as well. More pressure applied via our special relationship to the United States is key. It is time for the UK to take a stronger line. I hope our Prime Minister and our Foreign Secretary should not be afraid to challenge President Donald Trump to ensure the release of those stolen thousands of children from Ukraine. Trump's appalling bromance with Putin is disgusting. But if we have that special relationship with the United States, we should be asking and demanding that the US does this. So I want to turn to the questions, Mr. Chairman. I would hope the Foreign Office Minister could confirm if either the Prime Minister or the Foreign Office has raised this issue with the United States, how many times they have raised it with the United States, and what the United States has said in return. Thank you.